Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on about Bloodborne. People basically saying it's like overrated and all that stuff. And in my opinion, the hate this game's getting is low key kind of forced. At least to me, it's coming off as really forced. Now, this game is in my top two of all time, and I'm not going to glaze it. I'm going to go over some of the points that people are talking about and kind of give my perspective on them. But I will admit this game does have some flaws. It's not perfect by any means. To be fair, no game's perfect. A complaint I hear a lot of people talking about is a bad boss lineup. I 100% disagree. Bloodborne has a lot of good bosses. And it does have its fair share of bad bosses. Wizards of Hamwick, Rom, Celestial Emissary, Mikolas, Shadows of Yarman. Even though I like their second phase with the snakes, I will admit they're pretty bad. Besides that. But if we're being honest, every FromSoft entry has a fair share of really bad bosses. Hell, even Dark Souls 3, which people love so much, has a fair share of bad bosses. So I feel like hating on the bosses isn't really valid, at least to me, since, again, every FromSoft game has a fair share of bad bosses. Another complaint I hear people talk about is the Blood Veil thing. Now, I understand that for the most part. I kind of liked it, but I found a way to cheese it. If you know that dungeon glitch you can do in the game, I just did that until I got a bunch of money and just maxed out my blood vial so I wouldn't have to grind. But I think the reason why is because of the rally mechanic is why they don't have them respawn. At least that's what I think. But I do kind of like it. I do kind of like how you have a limited amount of blood vials that you could use and you have to go out and get more. I kind of like that for the most. But I 100% understand if you don't. It can be annoying. It's just that, like, I kind of just feel like, oh, it's forced, so people are hating it. Again, people say the base game's bad. I don't really have any issues with the base game. I think it looks great. I think it runs great. I know people like harping on the 30 frames per second. Generally has never bothered me in my life. But, everyone's subjective. If you think this game's overrated, that is completely fine. It's just generally, in my opinion, a little forced. At least that's what I think. Since we all know if I said that Elden Ring was overrated, y'all would get triggered. Y'all would get so mad if people said it was overrated. But Bloodborne, I love it. I will admit it has some flaws, but in my opinion, I feel like the hate as of right now is just kind of forced.